What's going on, guys? It's Rollin, and I wanted to talk to you guys quick about booking gigs. As a solo musician, booking gigs is how you're going to make money with music. This is the path to actually getting compensated for the thing that you like to do. The days of being able to, sell records and make money on the radio, those days are gone. Very hard to make money streaming, especially for people who are small and if you're just starting out. But gigs, you can actually make some pretty good money if you know what to do, if you do things the right way. So I put together a list, put together 10 steps that you can take in order to book your first gig, and not only book your first gig, but be able to play that gig again, play that bar again. Number one is be good at what you do. Sound good, practice, okay? It's really hard to get feedback as a musician. Mostly people just won't say anything if you're bad. They'll let you know if you're good. So, when you go and you play at a bar or you play somewhere, play at a festival or whatnot, sound good, because you're going to get a lot of attention, and, whoever booked you is going to want to have you back. And the repeat business is where you're actually going to make money. Okay, number two is make sure you're a right fit for the bar, okay? If you want to play dive bars, but all you know is Taylor Swift songs, it's probably not going to work out. You're going to want to know Bob Seger. You're going to want to be able to play old country tunes, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, that kind of thing. So just make sure you're right fit for the bar. Some bars, like if you're playing in a college town, they're going to want to hear, some Zach Bryan, or they're going to want to hear, Morgan Wallen, stuff like that, okay? Keep in mind, this is acoustic gigs, okay? This is, if you're a DJ, I don't know, you're in the wrong place. So you want to make sure that your music fits the bar, fits wherever you're playing. Number three is understand that you're not a huge priority to bars, okay? As a musician, it's a kind of a cold reality in a lot of ways, but you're going to get treated like crap usually. That's just kind of how it goes. You got to have a thick skin and understand that bars don't really need to have live music most of the time. They can just play songs off their phone over the speakers there, and it'll pretty much do the same thing, Every now and then they'll have people that will show up to listen to you play, but acoustic gigs and that kind of thing are not going to attract, the amount of money that they need to pay their employees, over and over again. They're not going to get rich from you. So just keep that in mind, that you're not a huge priority to them, but you can still bring them a lot of value too, though. Number four is, okay, we're going to talk about getting a hold of the bars. My preferred method is calling them, all right? Don't, unless they have something maybe on their website that says, do not call, send us an email here, or message us on Facebook or something. I like to call the bar, and usually you're going to have a clueless bartender answer the phone. That's good, okay? And just ask them, I was wondering if you guys are booking musicians, live music for, the upcoming year, for the next 3 months out. Bartender's not going to usually have any idea, but they'll be able to get you the number for the manager, or they'll have the manager. Then you can talk to the manager, and the manager will put you into the right direction of where to get information to somebody who can book you at that bar. Sometimes it's a booking agent, sometimes it's the manager, sometimes it's the owner. So that's important, okay? Because sometimes, you'll find you're just going to keep spinning your wheels if you don't find out where you need to get a hold of them. Now, I want to talk about booking agents. because booking agents can help you out quite a bit. They can also make your life a pain in the ass. All right. Booking agents know a lot of bars and they book for these bars, and they know a lot of musicians. They are the liaison for the artist and for the restaurant and bar. All right. So when you know a booking agent, that's going to be able to get you good. You'll get volume with gigs. Okay. Usually those gigs don't pay a whole lot, and that's okay, because you have to pay the booking agent, and usually booking agents are pretty cheap. Now, if you find yourself playing the same bar over and over and over again, you might want to consider booking for yourself, okay? Or things like getting double booked, or just if the booking agent just kind of hits you up at the last second all the time. Might be better to book a gig on your own. Okay, so back to reaching out to the bars. When you go to call them on a Monday, Tuesday, or a Wednesday. Do not call them. You might be able to get away with it on a Thursday. Do not call them on Friday. Do not call them on Saturday. I don't call them on Sunday. Okay. Mainly, they're too busy on Friday and Saturday. And Sunday is usually football, so they're pretty busy as well. And usually manager's not in on a Sunday anyway. I find I'm always able to get a hold of somebody. They'll pick up the phone on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And, the managers usually aren't in on a Monday or Tuesday, but just they're not as busy. And so they will pick up the phone. All right. And that's going to be, it's tough to get them to pick up the phone usually. When you go to send the bar an email, the booking agent email, or whoever the hell you need to get a hold of, in the subject line, you're going to want to put live music, booking inquiry, blah, 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 band. Okay? What I usually put is live music, booking inquiry, Rollin Brummette, or Rollin Brummette booking inquiry. Something that's going to let them know. I like to have the live music in there because that lets them know that, oh, this is a musician. Okay. They get a lot of emails. Okay. And their lives in general, managers are super busy people. They wear a lot of hats at bars. And they're not usually happy either. Okay. So if you can make their life easier, that's going to help them out a lot. You're going to bring a lot of value that way. When you go to writing out the email, make sure it's quick. Do not have more than like 4 sentences. I wouldn't even do that. I would do like maybe 2 or 3. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I wanted to see if you guys were booking live music for the upcoming year. I am a solo acoustic artist. I play mainly, folk music or country or classic rock. We are an EDM band, or we're a punk rock band, okay? Let them know what you are, what you do, okay? Don't get too detailed with it. Just sum yourself up. As hard as it is for musicians to explain what kind of music you do, okay, just say something, even if it's a stereotypical, I play country music, or I'm a rapper, okay, whatever. Just something that they can sum it up pretty quickly, get it in their head, okay, yeah, this is what they do. Once you do that, thanks, whoever you are, and then let them know, okay, below I've attached a link to my website, a link to some YouTube videos, and make sure that the YouTube videos are you playing live music, not, recorded music. All right, they want to know what you sound like live, because a lot of people sound good in recording. Some people sound terrible live. All right, you're a live musician. You need to sound good live. You need to be able to show that you're entertaining people with your music, because that is what you're there to do at a bar. Okay. When it comes to the price, all right, you do have to know kind of what your area is charging for live music and that kind of thing, what other musicians can get. If you're in an area where there's a lot of musicians, say you're in like LA, Nashville, New York, something like that, probably you're going to be playing for tips. Some places maybe you'll get $50, maybe you'll get $100. I don't know any places really in those areas that are going to get a lot more than that. And so, know what the going rate is for live music in your area. And then you want to make sure that you can get, a good price, but don't be cheap, okay? You don't want to be playing a 4-hour gig for $100. I promise you that is terrible, all right? Even if you're not that good, it is not worth blowing out your vocal cords and exhausting yourself for 4 hours and only getting $100, all right? You want to know, you want to have an hourly rate in your head, okay? I charge $100 an hour. I charge $50 an hour, okay? When I play in Michigan, usually I want to get $150. If the bar is a really good bar and I know that there's going to be a lot of people there, or let's say maybe I just want to, I just like playing there, I'd be willing to do less. Thunder. But being able to make good money at a bar like that is important. When you book the gig, okay, you did everything right. You researched the bar. It's a good fit. You sent them an email. They want to book you. Okay, you have the date. Set up the date. All right. Show up on time. Don't be late. Show up on time. Don't be super duper early. Okay, because if you show up an hour early, sometimes they don't have the space for you. If you're playing a really small bar, they have to make room for you and the PA. I prefer a half hour beforehand, but that's because I know how long it takes me to set up. I have an easy setup and teardown. Sometimes it's a little longer. If you're a band, it's probably going to take a while, but a bar would understand that because you're a band. You have a lot of stuff. So try to be there 45 to 30 minutes ahead of time and be ready to play at the time that you are supposed to start, okay? I've had a few times where I was late, and they're usually pretty good about it, but sometimes they're annoyed by it. They want you playing at the right time. They want you there at 6 o'clock, or they want you playing at 6 o'clock, and they want you done at 9 o'clock, right? So be diligent with your time. Make sure you have good sound equipment, right? Make sure your PAs aren't buzzing. Make sure that you know how to work a soundboard. And for the love of God, make sure you don't have the gain turned up on your soundboard when you turn it on and it's hooked up to the PA. You do not want to have that noise scaring the shit out of everybody in the bar. All right, it's just a bad way to start. You're gonna have a lot of people leaving right away or as soon as you start playing. It's a really unpleasant noise. I've had that happen a lot, unfortunately, just because sometimes I forget. And I have scared the living shit out of people because I had the gain turned up all the way and I didn't have the PA in the right spot and the microphone in the right spot, and it's an ugly noise. So turn your gain down, know how to work a soundboard, and just make sure overall it sounds good. Don't play super duper loud, okay? If you're an acoustic act, like you're not playing, Wembley Stadium, you're not playing Madison Square Garden, you're not doing that stuff, okay? So just make sure you're loud enough that people can hear you, but also make sure that you're not too loud and people can enjoy themselves. All right, also, post on social media. Helps to have a graphic, or just something. You don't have to have a graphic. I think that, it can be really time consuming having to, do a bunch of graphic design all the time, but at least post something about it on your story and tag the bar, okay? Tag them. Most bars or restaurants will have a social media account. tag them in your post, whether it's a story, whether it's an actual post, or you made a reel or something. Like, let everybody know that you're playing there. Almost always no one's going to show up, but you're letting the bar know that you're taking this seriously. You're letting them know that you care, okay? And then the bar can share it too. And that's also good because maybe some people will get followers from it. It's just good all the way around. Last but not least, have fun at your gig. You're an entertainer. You are supposed to make people happy, okay? You're taking them out of their terrible life and you're bringing them into yours, all right? That is what our jobs are as musicians, and that is the core of your job. Um, you want to make sure you're having fun. Um, I found that most of the time when the mood is good, when I'm sounding good, everything's going right, that bar always wants to have me back. Um, Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're just, they're busy or whatever. Or maybe it's not their priority to have live music. But I've found that when that bar cares a little bit more about the music and everything's going well, they take notice of that. They know when everybody's clapping along to your songs or when people are laughing. They value that. People are buying more drinks because of that. They love the moment. People are having fun. All right, that's why they go to a bar, and that's why you have a job. But that's it for me. That's how you book a gig. It's starting to rain now, and I hope you guys have fun booking your first gig.
Peace.